All right, perfect.
Think about it.
Let the bass kick. Let the bass kick. Let the bass kick.
Think about it.
Steve Front Roth, and with me is Courtney Cast Iron Casey. We're getting ready to call 12 fights of action. Courtney, this is a stacked card, and it all comes at an end. We're going to crown a new featherweight champion.
Yeah, a featherweight champion. We were going to have another title fight, is that correct? But it ended up...
No. The title fight is still good for Patrick Baughman. He made weight. Yeah, so that's our amateur middleweight title fight between Patrick Baughman and Marcus Nash.
Yes.
Nash ineligible for the title as he missed weight.
Okay, there we go. All right. So they did accept it, but
correct.
Only if one. Okay.
Yeah. So it's only a title fight for Baughman. It's just a regular bout for Nash.
Nash, yeah.
And this card is loaded with pro fights as well.
Yeah,
like a lot of pro
I was surprised
fights.
how many pro fights. A lot of guys making their pro debut, but they've all had pretty decent amateur records, which I was kind of impressed with.
Well, and that's the great thing about RUF is Jason Martinez, our matchmaker. He's the best. He's the best, and he put together really, really, really solid matchups for these guys that are just trying to break into the pros. I mean, there's no mismatches here. This is a great card.
Yeah, there really isn't, because again, like I said, there's a lot of guys making their pro debut, or they're, 1-2, 2-1, 3-2, things like that. So I'm super excited for the fights. I'm really excited for some of these amateur fights that are coming together tonight as well.
Absolutely, we got some bangers on tap. We're gonna start the night off with Everett Evans versus Alex Navarez.
Yeah.
And then you got Roderick Adjaman, who is an absolute stud, taking on Felix Cano. I haven't seen Felix fight. I've seen Roderick fight, but something tells me that this is a fight we need to pay attention to.
Yeah, I would say we'd have to pay attention. Roderick's really well-rounded, and again, the matchmaking's good, so I assume they brought a game opponent for him. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that. And again, they're 135ers at bantamweight, so they're going to push the pace.
It's going to be high action for sure. And then in our heavyweight division, you got Samson Polkinghorn versus the Beard.
The Grizzly.
Yeah,
the Grizzly. I'm excited. Like, I saw those guys at weigh-ins, and I'm like, man, this is a fight I'm excited for. I thought they were pros, the way they handled themselves and everything like that, but they're amateurs.
They're amateurs,
and
but of the highest and heaviest order.
And the highest and heaviest. But again, 2-0 and 1-0. Yeah.
So both guys undefeated, and both big, strong guys. So, and you got a little bit of a banger versus a grappler, right? You got a guy that comes in just to knock people's heads off, and then you got somebody in Samson Polkinghorn that looks to put his mass on top of his opponent and get the ground and pound W.
Yeah, and when we say mass,
we mean it.
We're meaning mass. Like, when you see this guy come out, you're going to be like, oh, man, this guy is big.
And then you got a couple new guys to the RUF cage. You got Wasey Wood and Jonathan Green. Jonathan Green, I was really impressed while we were doing the pre-fight interviews. The dude is like a gymnast and like a professional acrobat. Used to do stuff for the Phoenix Suns.
Yeah, I've seen him around a couple gyms and stuff like that, and I've seen him around the scene, and he's one of those athletic guys. You look at him and he just looks super athletic.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then next up on the list, you got Alex Gardner versus Jace Jones. Again, two guys making their debut. Jace Jones, you know.
He's out of fight ready, so he's out of a good gym. He's out of a really good gym. He has really good training partners. He said that he was super confident in the training that he has had to prepare for this fight. So I'm always looking forward to seeing those guys, especially fighting someone out of Spartan Nation.
Right. You know those guys are always tough.
They're tough.
You know those guys are always tough. And of course, our amateur card, it ends with the middleweight title fight. Again, only eligible for Patrick Boffman, but that is my main event personally. I love this card. It's super stacked, but these are two of the biggest, baddest. You got number 1 and number 2 at light heavyweight.
Light heavyweight. And
they're moving down to middleweight for an epic title fight. This is going, I mean, it's not going to go past the first minute, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't see it going very far. I mean, if it goes past the first minute, I'd be shocked. If it goes past the first round, I'd be shocked, really, honestly. But they're both very well conditioned. They both said that they were okay if it needed to go, to the third round, but neither of them said it was going to make it there.
It's definitely not going to make it there. So again, that's my main event. But as soon as we jump to the pros, you're staying in the middleweight division. You got Lamar Harris, who's a veteran of the RUF cage, taking on James Munoz, and these guys are huge. I mean, Patrick Boffman and Marcus Nash are specimens, but these pros, they're massive. They're like, I swear, it's like I'm standing in a forest when I'm around these guys.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm only 5'6", 5'7" on a good day. So, but these guys are massive. These guys had stellar amateur careers and cutting their teeth in their professional careers. Lamar making his professional debut, and Munoz, I think earlier this year in LFA. So I'm excited to see his comeback.
Yeah, I'm really excited as well. Again, they're making you great. But they're both 34.
That's a great age. I'm 34.
I'm not 34, but I mean, they're not young. They're not young guys, so they both said that they need to be very urgent, and they want to make a statement with this fight so they can continue to grow their career. And one of them was like, it just really depends on how these fights go, these next couple fights, whether or not I'm still gonna be doing it. So when you hear them say that, you know they're going to bring it, and the intensity is going to be there.
And it's a must-win situation for both guys.
For sure, it's must-win.
And then, of course, we move to my favorite division. You got flyweights.
Flyweights.
Ah, see, she knows. She knows. Flyweights is absolutely my favorite division. If I could make 125, believe me, I would do it in a heartbeat. But you got Braden Goodwin, who I believe we saw at RUF 55.
Yeah,
he just got a W.
Yeah, he just won, and a good finish. He had a good finish, I think.
Yes,
right?
yes, he had a good finish. I think he won via rear naked choke.
Yeah.
Against.
Who was that?
The High Vibe Shinobi.
Shinobi.
Yeah, he got it over the High Vibe Shinobi, Alex Carrillo. He's taking on Israel Gonzalez.
Yeah.
This was probably one of the most intense stare downs we saw yesterday.
Yeah, and
one of the many, because there were so many intense stare downs yesterday. But these guys did not want to look away from each other.
No, and again, Israel's from Warrior Camp.
Warrior Camp.
So
great,
you know
great gym.
He's going to bring it.
Great gym. I mean, there's a lot of Warrior Camp guys on this card. But Braden Goodwin is no stranger to having to, just get through the first round, identify what he's got to, do, and he makes the adjustments, and he's a second and third round guy.
For sure. He's very grimy. He has cardio, and he has confidence. That's one thing about Goodwin is he definitely has confidence. He knows that he can hang wherever the fight goes, and he's ready for that and prepared for that. He even said that in his pre-fight interview that, no matter where the fight goes, I'm ready.
And then we got a couple 170-pound debut guys. We got Marcus Finch. He trains out of Apex MMA in my hometown of Tucson, Arizona. He's taking on Zane Darlington. I believe he is, I think he might be with Warrior Camp as well.
Zane is out of Fusion MMA.
No. Let's see. Excuse me. Extreme Couture. These are small letters, ladies and gentlemen. Extreme Couture.
But Zane.
Go ahead,
I
I'm sorry.
thought Zane was out of Fusion MMA.
My notes here say Extreme Couture. But we digress.
We don't know, yeah.
We digress. He's he's from Flagstaff.
Yeah.
He's from Flagstaff, so he's a local guy. It's not like he hasn't fought here before.
Yeah, and he's a BJJ brown belt.
He's a stud on the ground.
He is a stud on the ground.
Absolute stud on the ground. And what I like about this fight is you got Marcus Finch, a guy who's got great power. and now he gets to utilize some of the tools that he wasn't able to use as an amateur. He's got elbows and knees, and he's got great, great knees.
Yes, he he said he was going to throw a flying knee.
I believe it. I believe it. I believe if there's one guy that's going to throw a flying knee, it's going to be Marcus Finch, because his knees are deadly. Now, he couldn't use them to the effect that he wanted to in his amateur career because knees to the head are illegal. Now, it's fair game.
Yeah, and he definitely is going to push the pace. Like, he's one of those guys that likes to keep the pace.
He's going to push the pace, and he's also going to show his power tonight.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I think that's one of the pro fights that I'm really looking forward to.
Absolutely. And then you got Jesse Morehouse taking on Sam Moncada.
Sam Moncada.
Out of Rise Combat Sports in Tucson, Arizona, a gym that we're very familiar with.
Yep.
Sam, you know, he cut his teeth in the amateur scene. He's fought guys like Chris Kudos. I mean, the dude has fought some studs, right?
Yeah, and again, he's one of those guys that he has good stand-up, but he's still super, super comfortable on the ground.
Well, not only that, the thing that stands out the most to me about Sam is his strength. He is one of the strongest little guys I've ever met.
That's what I was going to say. He's a little guy, but he has he's like ridiculously strong. He has like, I don't know what to even call it, but it's just, he's strong.
Yeah.
And when you look at him, you're like, oh, this kid's kind of scrawny, you know, but he's not. Like, he has that weird power in him.
He's got extreme strength. And then Jesse Morehouse, a guy who's, I think he's going to set the pace very high. He's also very tall and long for the division, so I anticipate him using those weapons to his advantage for sure.
Yeah, and he's out of Borg MMA. Like, he has Ray Borg in his corner.
Land of Venata. He's got some gangsters in his corner.
Yeah, he definitely has some big name guys in his corner, and he's going to feed off that. He said that he loves being at that gym. It's his first fight with the team, but he says that he's really enjoyed being at the gym and being able to learn from all those guys.
Being a student under those two, it's got to be insane.
Yeah, you can't really complain about
the tricks and tools that you're going to learn from those two guys is incredible.
Yeah, I'd agree with you on that.
And then that takes us to our main event. You got Braden Akio taking on Derry Alderman. This fight, this was probably my favorite stare down because Akio put his hand out.
And you could just see.
Alderman wanted none of it. He said, get that the hell out of here. And these guys, they were ready to go yesterday.
Yeah, they were ready to go yesterday. They both looked great. They didn't look too drawn out at weigh-ins. I saw them in the back earlier, and they both look great, and they're ready to go.
They definitely rehydrated well.
Yeah.
And both guys extremely well-rounded. I think we're going to see, like, the highest of high level that we've seen in this cage in a very long time.
Yeah, and between those two fighters, Braden's he's more technical and slow and calm, where
he builds, for sure.
Yeah. Where how do you pronounce his name?
Alderman.
Alderman he's grimy. He's very grimy. He likes to get in there and push the pace and just kind of make fights ugly.
That's gonna be his ticket, though. When a guy likes to keep a fight pretty, you got to get in their face and you got to make it messy.
100%. And that's the contrast that I like about this fight. Is again, it's a great matchmaking. You got a guy that's just kind of going out there and doing what he needs to do to get the job done, and then you got someone who's very methodical and technical when it comes to his striking and his ground game.
It's going to make for an incredible title fight tonight, and that's where our night ends, is us crowning a new or first ever. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
You know, but we're going to crown a featherweight champion at the end of tonight, and we'll have two brand new champions. If Patrick wins, of course, he'll be a champion.
He'll be a champion.
If Nash wins, of course, he doesn't get the belt. But
which is unfortunate because I feel like he was almost there, right? It wasn't off by much.
He was 1.6 off. He thought there was a pound allowance. And I really do feel that it was a, you know, continue to cut and have a bad performance, or just, you know, accept the fact that I'm not competing for a title and have a great performance.
Yeah, when I did talk to him, he was like, I don't know if I can cut the weight. I thought it was just 0.6, but it was a pound 0.6.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
That makes more sense.
So, and from what I'm being told, he looked like he was
he did.
He was hurting himself to get there.
He looked like he was hurting already.
And rehydrated. He looked great today. I saw him moving in the cage. I mean, he looked fluid. It looked like everything was working the way that it was supposed to be working. So I'm ecstatic for that. Like I said, that's my main event.
Yeah.
But, I mean, look at this cage. That is beautiful. TSI did a great job on this cage tonight. If you'll see, the attire tonight is a little bit less formal. We're going with a Halloween Dia de los Muertos type feel tonight. So, of course, I'm not in my standard blue. I'm wearing Wreck-It Rise, threads he was wearing yesterday. But TSI Events, one of our sponsors, did a beautiful job on this cage. So I'm just going to go ahead and run through all the sponsors before we don't have time to talk about them tonight. You got Gila River Resorts and Casinos, Against All Enemies out of Lake Havasu, Arizona, MMA Stalker. Those girls are wonderful. They are capturing all this action for you. You got Celebrity Theater. That is where we are at tonight. That is our home, and they're going to bring the next one up for me. We got Drip Oils. These guys have been with us for a few shows, and they do great work. Jab Media. If you look at our gloves, you look at our T-shirts, that's those guys right there. Cushy Punch, one of our newer but more predominant sponsors. These guys are part of the cannabis industry. They do a good job as well. Arizona Combat Sports. That is a gym for sure. But you also have True Med. You have Pheno Cannabis. In these little tiny circles that you see that aren't MMA Stalker, that's Head Kick Audio. That's me. That's my podcast. But I digress. Gotta shout myself out sometimes.
You did a good job with all those. I
did do a good job. And we have a lot of sponsors, and these guys are ready to go. So.
And it looks like Sugar Sean's in the house.
Yeah, Brass might have called an audible here tonight. Not 100% sure. Also, it should be noted that at some point tonight, once we figure it out, Marcus the Maniac McGee, UFC Bantamweight contender, is going to be joining the broadcast. So purchase that pay-per-view right now. Right now. You're going to get a couple fights for free. If that's still on the table. I know we lost a couple, but if we're still getting those fights for free, that'll get you primed and ready for the pay-per-view. You need to order it. You need to order it.
Yeah,
Marcus
definitely need to order it. If you want to hear
you.
Marcus McGee on the commentating table, please tune in. He's a great guy, a great fighter, and we're excited to have him for those pro cards.
Oh, I'm ecstatic. I get to work with some of the best fighters on planet Earth. Some of the best fighters on planet Earth. I love my job. I love my job.
I'm enjoying it as well.
I love it. I love it. So, again, we got a stacked card. We got 2 title fights with a little asterisk next to one of them.
Yep.
Right? But the buzz is in the building. The feel is in the building. It's also in the attire. We're looking good and we're feeling good.
I didn't get the memo.
I kind of just ran with it, to be honest with you.
Well, you just kind of like stole someone's shirt,
I really did. I really did. Our hype man, Wreck-It Rye, he's around here somewhere. I was eyeing him yesterday, and I said, you know what? I don't know how you got into that shirt, but you need to give it to me so I can have it for tomorrow.
Yeah,
and
I don't think I'm
looks
fitting
all right.
in anyone else's shirt other than mine. I'm getting a little big. This baby in here is getting big.
Well, you know, that's part of the whole process.
It is.
It's part of the whole process.
I'm embracing it, but I wish I could fit in that shirt because it's nice.
It is. It is. I like it. He said the eyes match my eyes. I'm not sure if he's right.
I would agree.
So, and also, of course, it is worth noting that there was another fight that was on this card.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, my opponent.
Yeah, you were fighting as well.
My opponent got
last
injured last minute.
Oh,
this was on Wednesday. He got injured, and you know, I respect him, so I'm keeping his injury off the record. It was a freak accident. He was doing everything he was supposed to, just like I was doing, and he just got hurt. So unfortunately, we were committed to 45, so we weren't ready to jump up with the big boys at 55. So you just got me all night.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Okay, well, good. It looks like we got the girls in the cage. Dave Velvet's in the cage. It looks like we might be getting here to our national anthem. Let's see, 7:05. I believe that's what I was told the time we were starting.
Yeah.
So let me fix this so I don't look so silly. There we go. We got to look
Mine
good.
looks good.
Yeah, well, yours always looks good. You don't have this big-ass dome like I do. It happens. It happens. He got injured. I know, me too, but we're going to drop to 35. So I got to lose a little bit more weight. Hey, we're already on it. We're already having a great show. Amateur title and up. Oh, I'm so ready. What's up, hype man?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the legendary Celebrity Theater. We are back once again in this Chapel of Champions for another Rumble in the Round. This is RUF 56. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask at this time that you please rise as we honor our country with the playing of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, Ringside Unified Fighting has put together 12 great bouts of mixed martial arts excitement, including an amateur title fight and a pro title fight tonight.
You go, mama.
All right, let's get right into our first fight, ladies and gentlemen. These bouts are conducted under the authority of the Arizona Boxing and MMA Commission. Executive Director, Danny A. Vella. Chairman, Scott Fletcher. Our first fight is a 135-pound amateur bout. Making his way to the cage, fighting out of the blue corner from Phoenix, Arizona, and fighting out of Wrath Combat, Everett, the Bullet, Evans!
When I was talking to him yesterday, I was asking him how he would describe his fighting style. He would say, I'm a striker with ground game. He kept it pretty simple.
He did. He really did. It was hard to get anything out of him. He did say that he's planning on KOing the guy with the right hand. Like he knew what he was going to go out and do. He said that that his opponent doesn't have a very good stand-up game, so he was looking to expose that, and he really did. He had a lot of confidence. Wasn't very well, you know, didn't have a lot to say other than the fact that he was going to knock out his opponent. He said it's not going all 3 rounds.
Well, he did talk to me about his business, Best Kept Secret.
Yep.
That's what he does. It's a clothing line. But he said, look, my heart, my determination, and I can't and won't give up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So this kid is very, very confident coming in here.
He is very confident. Yeah, he said that he was prepared to go all 3 rounds. He said, although it is definitely not going that, like, he made sure he told me multiple times yesterday that it's going to end in a finish.
His opponent out of the red corner, fighting out of Red Hawk Academy in Peoria, Arizona, from Carrick, Colorado, Alex Navarez!
I'm excited to see Alex. He's a guy that trains out of Tim Welch's gym out in Peoria, and he's a grimy kid. He's been working really hard. He's got a great jiu-jitsu game.
He said it's like Charles Oliveira.
Yes.
That's scary. That's a scary thought.
Yeah, except for the hands still have a long way to go, and he knows that. He has prepared himself to, you know, to get the fight to the ground no matter how he needs to do it.
Well, and this is his first step, right? You gotta make the debut, and you gotta get in there. You gotta get the experience, and you gotta go pro, because this kid wants to eventually support his family one day via fighting.
Yeah, and he has two young sons, and yeah, he's definitely he has that competition. I mean, he's done multiple jiu-jitsu tournaments. He's won a lot of them. He's very confident. He said that first fight jitters he doesn't think he's going to have, because he's done jiu-jitsu tournaments on such big stages, so he thinks he's ready for tonight.
Absolutely, and we got to give a shout out to Little Saint and Suede Navarez, his 2 boys. He's got a familiar face in that corner too.
This 135-pound amateur bout is sponsored by Pheno, Tucson's finest cannabis. Once again, out of the blue corner, out of RUF Combat, Everett, the Bullet Evans! And his opponent out of the red corner, fighting out of Red Hawk Academy in Peoria, Arizona, Alex Navarez!
All right, first fight of the night, 135 pounds. Everett the Bullet Evans versus Alex Navarez.
And Evans said he was going to come out strong, so let's see how he does.
Man, that kid was oozing confidence yesterday.
He really was.
Nice little touch of gloves here. Jab. Nice high kick. Nice push kick.
Nice push
Gets
kick.
him to the ground.
Let's see what he does.
Evans in trouble here.
He's
got to
get
move.
his hooks in?
Oh. See, and this is his world.
This is his world. He's very good on the back.
He doesn't
very
even
confident.
need his hooks. Doesn't even need it. He's on it.
That's quick. It's deep.
That is super deep. And he can't find the other hand. This fight's over.
Nope. Yeah.
This fight's over.
Look, he's going to look to flatten him out. No.
No, there's a tap.
Yep.
There's a tap.
Quick and easy.
Wow. Wow. Very tough night for Everett Evans. But Navarez going out there and, I mean, he was the one that was striking.
Yeah, he was the
one
that
went to the ground because he knocked him down with that push kick.
Because he knocked him down with the push kick. So again,
wow.
But it just shows that those guys over at Red Hawk Academy are definitely getting in the work, and they're getting good coaches. I mean, you can't beat the coaching staff over there. You got Tim Welch, you got Jakar Close, both. I mean, Tim Welch is one of the greatest coaching minds. So yeah, it's good to see these guys, these amateur guys, come in, and what a win for him. But
I mean, that was quick.
It was quick. So we can't really say much about Evans. I mean, I hope we get him back in here soon. Again, he has a lot of confidence. But again, it's your first fight, so you never know how those jitters are going to go.
I mean, that was some solid kicks from Alex. I was really enjoying his kicking.
Yeah,
let's do it.
Yeah, I was surprised he went for all those punches, but I guess it gave him the neck a little bit more.
Well, I think Evans was kind of squirreling his way out. So while he was re-getting his grip, might as well throw a couple punches, soften him up, get him thinking about that. And then he hid the hand behind.
He did. He hid that hand behind. And again, Alex, he's really good when he gets to the back. And that's what he said he was going to do.
Charles Oliveira-esque.
Yeah. And he said that's what he was going to do. He was going to get the fight to the ground, get his back, be a backpack, and get that rear naked choke. And he did. And he did it quick.
Yeah, he shot his shot and he got it. And he didn't even have to shoot a shot.
No. No body locks, no nothing. Just a nice teep, and that was it.
Not a scratch on the kid either.
No.
Wow, impressive. All right, Dave Velvet with the official
Ladies
decision.
and gentlemen, this fight comes to a close at 37 seconds of round number 1. Your winner on submission to a rear naked chokehold, out of the red corner, Alex Nevarez!
Alex Nevarez, your winner of your first round rear naked choke, and he didn't even give us a chance to shout out the sponsor. Fino, Tucson's finest cannabis. There you go, they put it up on the screen for us. I think we got a little bit more time to see some of those kicks. If you wouldn't mind putting those up on the screen for me, those were beautiful.
I think there was only 2, right? That head kick and right to that push kick.
Yeah, and he got after it right away after he got him down with that push kick. Very exciting stuff over at Red Hawk Academy. Oh, okay, so I'm being told that all we've got is that beautiful sub right there. Look at that, so deep. I mean, Everett looked like he was struggling for oxygen.
Yeah, it looked like he was about to go out. He tapped just in enough time.
Oh, man. Incredible stuff, incredible stuff. So up next, on deck, we actually don't. Up next, we've got Karate Roddy. We got Roderick Adjaman versus Felix Cano.
Felix Cano out of Arizona Combat Sports.
And these are 2 well-known gyms. Two of the best gyms in the world. Arizona Combat Sports versus the Lab. 3-2. Felix Cano does have the experience advantage. Both guys came in underweight. Same size. You know, Roderick Adjaman a little bit older. But this is...
Ladies and gentlemen, our next fight is a 135-pound amateur bout. Making his way to the cage, fighting out of the blue corner, out of the MMA Lab in Phoenix, Arizona, Roderick Karate Roddy Heigeman!
And Roderick's one of those guys that's also very talented and very athletic.
He's super athletic and super powerful.
He has a lot of power. I think his first amateur fight, he KO'd the guy. And he's so nonchalant. When you see him out there, you don't see him like having that power punch because he doesn't move very fast. And then before you know it, you're on the ground.
Yeah, and you're looking up at the lights going, what the hell happened? So I asked him if he made any changes, you know, for this fight in his preparations, and he said, I kept the weight lower.
Yes, he did. He looked great on the scale yesterday. He looked great. He didn't look sunk out. He looked happy. Yeah,
it's almost like he knew he was going to fight in October.
Yeah.
And might as well get the fight out of the way before you got to take the kids trick-or-treating, right?
Right.
All right, so again, no stranger to the RUF MMA cage. What you get from this guy is you got good hands, great wrestling defense, great offensive wrestling. I struggle to find holes in this man's game.
Yeah, he's great on the ground too. He's very confident in his ground game. He's a purple belt. He's very and he ties his wrestling into his grappling.
Opponent, out of the red corner from Glenwood Springs, Colorado, fighting out of AZ Combat Sports in Tempe, Arizona, Felix the Mat Cat Cano!
The Mat Cat.
The Mat Cat.
Yep. He's got a freestyle and wrestling base. Fights for competition to prove himself, which was a lot of the storylines that I was getting today from a lot of the fighters.
Yep.
Was one of the reasons why you do get into fighting is to prove yourself. And he's definitely going to have to prove himself tonight against Adjaman.
Yeah, he's coming off of a first-round submission, so he has a lot of confidence going into this fight. So when I did talk about Roderick's ground game, he said that he was confident if it did go there. And I'm excited. I'm excited to see this fight, whether it's standing or on the ground. They both looked well. Again, he's another guy yesterday that looked good on the scale.
Well, and you got to figure both these guys coming from good camps. They're not going to come in as like a specialist. They're going to come in well-rounded. So they're going to be competent on the ground. They're going to be competent on the feet. And now it's literally just whoever performs better tonight, that's going to be your winner. He says he's got an elevated mindset and he's able to put things together and just flow, which is what you need in there.
Yeah, that's what he said. He's like, he's going to stick to his game plan. He's going to out-wrestle him, and he's going to flow and have fun. He says he does the best when he's flowing and having fun. And I love that.
He's also donating 50% of his commissions from ticket sales and pay-per-views to Lily's Pad. It's a non-profit organization that he does a lot of work with.
Oh.
So
I like that.
Love to see it. Love to see it. Love to see young guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, this 135-pound amateur bout is sponsored by MMA Stalker. MMA Stalker is a women-owned digital media company specializing in capturing and showcasing all things MMA. Their expert team captures stunning images of fighters in action and creates captivating digital media for fans of mixed martial arts. Out of the blue corner, from the MMA lab in Phoenix, Arizona, Karate Roddy Eigerman! And out of the red corner, out of AZ Combat Sports in Tempe, Arizona, Felix the Mat Cat Cano!
All right, 135 pounds. We're staying in the bantamweight division. Roderick Adjaman, Felix Cano. Do not blink. Two of the best gyms in Arizona right now.
Yeah, really looking forward to this. Both guys are very confident in their hands, and
ooh, nice jab.
And they're both well-rounded.
Inside kick.
They're both starting off really fast.
Combination from Roderick.
Nice combination by Roderick.
Looking very calm in the pocket.
Yeah, he said that he was going to keep his feet moving a lot and throw more punches.
Nice knee from Adjaman. Cano really getting in his grill.
Yeah, switching stances.
All right, and ladies and gentlemen, if you're liking what you're seeing, right now's the time. This is the last fight you're getting for free. We're moving to the pay-per-view after this. So you can go to RUFNation.com and grab that pay-per-view access.
Nice takedown.
Adjaman regaining his guard.
Yeah, Adjaman is cranking on that arm. He's looking to regain his guard.
Looked like he was going for a straight armbar there. And this is where Cano wanted the fight, for sure.
Yeah.
Adjaman using the cage to get back to his feet.
He's looking to get back to his feet.
There we go.
Let's see if he circles.
He's got to get back to space.
Yeah, he's got to get back to space. Keep himself off the cage.
Nice cross.
It's clearly Cano wants to take this fight to the ground. Both of them landed some good kicks. Inside and outside leg kicks. Cano has been working both.
Well, now what you got is you got Cano, who's, you know, throwing a lot of different strikes. He's not really throwing the same thing over and over, and then he's mixing in the takedown. So now,
yeah,
Adjaman's getting busted up with that jab.
And he's just throwing ones and twos, but keeping him guessing. He's not throwing the same punches twice. Oh, nice.
Adjaman's hurt. He goes for the takedown.
A desperate takedown and see if he gets it.
Nice knee on the inside. Uppercut from Cano. He's all over him.
He is. He's on him. He's staying on him.
Adjaman looked like he was hurt there.
Yeah, he did. He definitely shot at a
I would like to see Cano have his hands up instead of, you know, moving his face away to avoid punches.
Yeah, it looks like those stiff jabs and those straight twos have busted up Roderick's nose a little bit.
Well, Roderick's just got to get through this round, get to the stool, get to his coaches, and find out where he can recoup. Second time he's held onto that guillotine for the takedown. And Cano's hip to it, pops his head out. Looking to pass here. Right, slides right into half guard.
He's in half guard, and he's comfortable staying there. He's not looking to pass too much. He's just looking to isolate that leg and get some ground and pound.
Some good ground and pound here. Not a lot getting through.
Well, a strong start for Felix Cano. I'm impressed. That straight right, I mean, was right down the pipe.
I mean, he was landing it at will. And again, Adjaman really not known for his head movement. So maybe the coaches need to get on him about that. He needs to become a metronome.
Yeah,
is what my coaches tell me.
Yeah,
but
he needs to move his feet a little bit more and not get caught on that cage. He's just waiting a little bit too much and giving Cano time to set up those pop shots. You know, he's kind of throwing that jab out there and looking to land that big straight right, which he did.
Yeah, he busted up the nose with that jab and that straight right. And like I said, he was mixing up his striking techniques. You know, so Adjaman really couldn't get a read on him. And then he was blasting him with takedowns. I do think that Adjaman, you know, probably kept himself in this fight with that desperation takedown. It wasn't looking good.
No, so he does look recovered, but Cano's looking fresh over there in his corner as well.
Round 2. Eating up that outside leg.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that was a nice kick from Adjaman.
Nice calf kick, yeah.
But look at the pressure of Cano.
Yeah, getting him right to the cage every time. Not giving him an angle to circle.
Adjaman's starting to throw more. Oh, wow, that was a great connection.
Yeah, it looked like a headbutt, though.
Well, there was a great connection before that.
It was.
Is that what put Adjaman on his butt?
I think it was the headbutt, and then he kind of just got off balance.
Okay.
We'll have to see the replay if we could at the end of the round, if it goes there.
Well, Cano's sticking to him like glue.
Adjaman's looking to get back his guard, and looks like he's trying to isolate some.
These are nice little shots here from Cano on top.
Yeah, Cano's ground and pound is, it's not bad. Roderick really needs to get to his hip and then build up from there. Use the fence to help him stand up. He needs to hip down and.
Well, and Cano's doing a great job controlling his hips. Every time he turns to go cage walk, Cano just kind of flips him. Now in half guard, I didn't even see when he did that.
Yeah, he went to half guard. He's not looking to pass. He's looking to sit right there.
He just wants to
ground and pound him. Yeah, just control him and stay on top.
Well, you can definitely tell that Cano's in great shape.
Yeah, he is in really good shape. It looks like Roderick's having a tough time dealing with all that top pressure in the ground and pound. But he's moving. He's definitely not being complacent. He's looking for submissions, you can tell. He's looking to get that Kimura grip and shoot a triangle. Yep.
Up kick, that was nice.
Up kicks, yeah.
It's always a tricky situation when the guy looks like he's gonna let you up. Man, if I had $1 for every time that happened to me in the gym, I'd have like $4. They never let me up. So this is good. While you're squeezing chest to chest, he can't hit you.
No, he can't.
But you can't.
He
Oh,
can't
there
get up.
you
He
go.
used it to get up, and let's see if he can take the back from here. He's gonna try to shrug and get that back. Yep.
Man, that was
He's gonna
pure
get that.
power.
He's gonna look to get that broomstick and get that takedown if he can, and take the fight to the ground on his will, which would be on the back, and that's what Roderick said that he really wants to get Cano to, is get his back and get him down. Oh, I lost the position.
Yeah, but nice strike on the exit from Adjaman. Guys exchanging high kicks.
Yeah, and with all that top pressure, Cano's still looking really fresh. Oh.
Good combination, but Roderick got to keep his hands up at the end of it.
Man, I'm looking forward to this third round.
I mean, it's do or die here for Roderick.
Yeah, it really is.
He's down 2 rounds.
Yeah, he's got to put something together. He had his moments, but they were very small moments in that second round. Like, he did a good job of getting up and landing some things and getting his back, but he didn't do anything with it. He really needs to he really needs. Oh, we're getting a replay.
Oh,
See the headbutt?
I did see it.
And that's kind of what brought him down. But yeah, like I was saying, Roderick needs to capitalize on those positions that he's getting. He's working so hard to get out of these bad positions, and when he gets a good position, Kano's just outworking him.
Well, like I said, I think what Kano needs to do is just continue doing what he's been doing. I mean, he's been doing a great job getting this fight where he wants it. He's keeping a high pace. He's throwing I mean, he's not giving Roderick a clean read, and he just needs to continue that for the rest of this round, and he goes home the winner against an undefeated cat.
And he definitely looks a little bit fresher coming off the stool right now.
Well, he hasn't been the one holding all the weight. It's been a lot of Roderick carrying Kano.
Yeah. Again, right away with those leg kicks. Nice straight right for Kano.
Kano looking fast.
Yeah, he looks fresh, he looks fast. He's confident. He's in his groove right now, it seems like. Ooh,
nice
good
body kick. But he kind of gets stuck, kind of admiring his work a little bit. Oh man. I mean, that's one of those
inches. That was an inch. Skim the nose, it looked like. Roderick's looking for that armbar. He's got to swivel his hips.
Oh, we lost connection there for a second, at least on our monitor. Kano in really good position here with some nice ground and pound.
Good position.
Adjaman still moving, showing the ref that he's
back.
Rear naked choke attempt. Adjaman doing the right thing and giving up. Well,
his pressure is just so good on top. He's just floating and moving, always looking for
Kimura.
Oh, he steps over. Is he going to go for an omoplata? Yeah.
Oh. They're rolling, literally rolling.
Looks like a little bit of a bicep slicer.
Adjaman might be in some trouble here.
Are slicers allowed?
The ref's not saying anything, so I'm assuming so. Looks like Adjaman's almost out of trouble, and he is. Oh,
right.
Maybe not.
Triangle. He fell right into a triangle.
Oh my goodness. Kano just seems to be one step ahead here. He seems to be one step ahead here.
He's out.
But what is he? Oh, he gives up his back.
He gives up his back.
This is Adjaman's chance. Throw everything into this attempt.
He needs to be calm, and he needs to really capitalize on those positions that Kano's giving him.
50 seconds. Oh!
He can straight armbar him here. He can get the choke in. Let's see.
Just keep squeezing.
Seconds.
Just keep squeezing. Uh-oh.
Kano
looks like he's in trouble.
He looks like he is in trouble.
Oh my goodness.
Out. Is he going to end up on top?
No,
Adjaman.
Adjaman could be on a darts here. Nope, out of it. Both guys. What a war.
Man. Little turn of events in the third round.
What a tough round to call.
Let's see who's going to get it.
These guys are swinging to the finish. Man. What a fight.
The heart of Roderick in that third round. You said that he had to come out and do something in third, and he did. I don't think it was enough to get the nod, but man.
Even if he doesn't get it on the scorecards, that's a performance to be proud of.
It is a performance to be proud of, you know, and again, these are only 3-minute rounds. And
that's not a lot of time to work.
It's not a lot of time to work.
That's not a lot of time to work, but he made the most of that third round. Almost got Kano out of there.
Let's see what play they're giving us.
So I think this was the beginning of that long ground sequence.
Yeah, it was the beginning of that long ground sequence that ended up being in the favor of
rear naked
Roderick.
chokes, triangle chokes, omoplatas, kimuras. I mean, they threw almost the whole damn jiu-jitsu book in that fight.
Yeah, I was impressed. Again, you know, Kano just seemed like he had just a little small mental lapse in that third, and it looked like he kind of just rested for a second, and Roderick capitalized on it.
That fight was brought to you by MMA Stalker. a women-owned digital media company specializing in capturizing and showcasing all things MMA. Their expert team captures stunning images of fighters in action and creates captivating digital media for fans of mixed martial arts. Thank you, MMA Stalker. And we know those girls do good work.
They do great work. They really do. And they make sure they get quality pictures of everyone, which I like.
Absolutely. Impressive performance from these two bantamweights. Like I said, even if the fight goes Kano's way, that is a performance that you can 100% be proud of.
And again,
nothing to hang his head on.
No, at all. And you can see the well-roundedness of both guys in those fights.
Absolutely.
And the calmness and the professionalism and how they handle themselves on each round. And again, it just shows out of the two great camps here in Arizona.
What a banger. And that sets us up for the pay-per-view. So, I mean, if you're not ready to order it now, I don't know if anything will get you juiced up for it now. www.ruffnation.com. Go get it. Dave Velvet has a decision.
All right, let's...
Ladies and gentlemen, how about that one for the second fight of the night? Let's hear it for these two warriors. Judge Eric Curcio scores the bout 30-27. Judge Greta Cox scores the bout 30-27. And Judge Tim Corrado scores the bout 29-28 for your winner by unanimous decision out of the red corner, Felix the Matcat Cano!
Performance from
Very
the
good.
Mad Cat.
Yep.
I mean, he looked good.
Yeah, he looked good. I mean, from start to finish, he looked good. Again, just that small little... It literally looked like he just kind of relaxed for just a split second. But other than that, I mean, start to finish.